Greetings, humanoids of the internet. My name is Bob. I'll be your captain today on this ship of fools. And this is episode 36 of Journey into Space! Now I have some new technology to share with you. Okay, this is my my current state-of-the-art one-man technology. Let's see. Okay, it's Simplex 2. Through the miracle of jet engine technology, this whole thing gets up into orbit and can reach the Interkerbin Space Station. Probably not the other one, but it's, you know, it would be close. It probably could do it if it refuels. However, this is yesterday's news. This is marvelous though it is not the state of the art. The state of the art currently is, and I haven't actually tested this yet. The Simplex FAR 2. Now, as you can perhaps see, not only has normal engines, it also has ion engines, and that should be capable of reaching the high altitude station and returning safely to Kerbin. Now I do have an issue, which is right now there's no fuel depot in low Kerbin orbit. Which I would like to refuel this guy at the station, but there's no fuel there. There's RCS, but there's no regular fuel, or argon for that matter, or xenon rather. So first we're going to, before we launch that, if I can find it. Robotic fuel freighter. Load. Okay, this is a variation of the same rocket that I used to launch the habitation modules. As you see, it's got a fuel tank here where the habitation module would normally go. Otherwise, fairly similar, except for the fact that it's got these xenon tanks here to refuel ion spacecraft. And I think it should be about ready to go. Let me see. Okay, that fires up. Okay, let's launch it. We're sending this to the Interkerbin Space Station, not the High Altitude Research Station. And let's see where the Interkerbin Space Station is. That's Simplex 2. Let's do a little time warp. I gotta rename that at some point to something other than core module. Alright. Throttle to max. SAS on, and 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. We are on our way. It's pretty slow at this point. It's carrying a whole lot of crap, so it will speed up though. Okay, we're about to take our gravity turn, and then probably we'll be jettisoning these external boosters. Alright, RCS on. Flip this bad boy over. External booster separate. Now. There it goes. And launch. Whoa, that was jinky. That was janky. I was gonna lose the platform there, but we're okay. Okay, and that's whoa. What the hell happened there? Oh, something bad. Okay, let me try again off camera to get this. I had this up on, at full throttle, so let me try to get this up again off camera, and I will let you know when something happens. Yeah, if you throttle that mainsail engine all the way up, it has a tendency to explode, so that's what happened previously, and I was just sort of not being very attentive, so I didn't notice that I'd done that, or that was a bad thing to do. So, but it was a bad thing to do. All right, it's up at no, that's the wrong thing. I screwed up my. I forgot to time compress. Damn it. Well, we'll be okay. Okay. Yes, yeah, I restarted the mission, and I didn't do the time compression that I had done previously to get the station lined up. But it's okay, just take a little longer. Okay, well there's relatively little doubt that I'm getting into orbit at this point. What I'll do is I'll restart the video when something interesting happens. Okay, we're about to dock at the Interkerbin Space Station with the robotic fuel module. Robotic fuel module. Robotic fuel module. Robotic fuel module. a little bit. Up a little bit. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Forward a little bit. Okay. Kill upward motion. I'm probably not going to talk a lot during this particular part because I'm trying to not wreck my space station. Although really at this point it's unlikely I would wreck it. It's not going very fast. Okay, let's give it a touchdown. Okay. A little bit off to the side. Thank you very much. A little bit up. A little bit up. A little bit up. 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 Okay. Manatee sex and SAS off. Contact. Okay. Hard docked. Okay. This is just a fuel module to turn all the lights off and then back on. So I had some partial lights on here. This is just a fuel module so I can refuel my my ships in low orbit. The next thing up is to send up my ion-powered one-man spacecraft capable of reaching the high station. We're at the low station now. And that is a handsome space station, if I do say so myself, and I do. In fact, I do. Okay, let me just check, make sure I've got everything turned off here that needs to get turned off. Yeah, no RCS on. Those RCS tanks are full. Alright. Well, very nice. As a handsome looking space station. Let me do a little time compression. Well, first let me hit F5. And let's do a little time compression to get into the sunshine. There you go. Really, these panels are almost superfluous because there's well, where are they? I'd say they're superfluous, but maybe they're not. Well, there is the module here that actually generates power. I thought I had some RTGs on here, but maybe I don't. Now, I've got some on the on this unit. And on this unit, of course. Maybe not on the station itself. Okay, well, I'm going to next up launch my new one-manned spacecraft, refuel it up here, and send it on to the high-altitude research station. Be the first person to actually set foot on the station. It's all been robotic up to this point. We have quite a respectable crew out here. Got 3 in there. 3 in there. 2 in there. And 2 in there. So we got a decent complement of crew in this station, but not in the other one. I may just send up one-man craft up there to sort of visit, rather than have a permanent crew. But okay, and some of you may be saying, no, well, why aren't you going to the planets going to Duna? Well, first of all, this is something totally. I mean, I've been to the planets before. This stations are something totally new, really, in KSP, at least for stock. I mean, there were mod parts, but they didn't work very well. So this is all sort of something new, and I'm enjoying playing with it. We will eventually be going off to some other planets. I'm not sure which ones. I'm going to try to stick with stock parts for a while. I know I used to use the hell out of mods before. I'd like to try to stick with stock parts for a while. That may also change our capabilities, because I know that making like space shuttles and stuff is much harder with the stock parts than with the mod parts. In any case, I shall restart the video when something is going on. Check it out, we got an eclipse. Let me see if it'll move into totality. No, I guess we moved just past totality. Check that shit out, man. Let me light and then restart light. Okay. And do a little time compression. We'll actually get to revisit the eclipse. Yeah, it's coming. Let's check that shit out. Let's move it up towards totality here. Almost there. Almost there. Check that shit out, man. It's a freaking eclipse in Kerbal Space Program. Very awesome. Cool beans. Too bad you don't have like a binoculars or a telescope or something. I could watch that through. Screenshot. Okay, well, on with our On with our mission. That's pretty cool, though. Okay. You can't really see it from here. Okay. Got to bring up the space station. Interkerbin Space Station. Okay, and like I said before, the first stage on this is jet powered. So we have to start it up, let the engines warm up, and then release it. Come on, power up, power up. Booyah! Oh, and as far as intakes go, even though it doesn't look any different on the specs, these are by far seemingly the best intakes to have. Those scoop ones you put on the side, not so good. Maybe they're intended for low altitudes or something, but this is for space planes and rockets. It's definitely the best one to have. And evidently it doesn't matter where you put these things. They act like RCS, so you put them anywhere and they'll jet engine from anywhere else will suck it down. Suck down the air. Suck it down. It will suck it down. It will provide air. And this thing's going to run out of gas before you have to worry about it run out of air. There we go. And time to do our gravity turn. There we go. Everything's going pretty well. All systems are go. Now this is a little bit heavier than the other Simplex, but it shouldn't matter. It's got plenty of fuel and probably plenty of thrust, I would imagine. Oh, I could be wrong about that. Possibly the adding all this junk on here made this engine not quite powerful enough. Let's see what we got here. Let's deflect upwards a bit. Oh! Don't go wonking around. Alright, that seems to be fixing the problem. And what do we got? Oh, empty. That's what we got. Okay, well our lack of upward motion is slightly troubling. I think it's a matter that could be rectified. Yeah, we're moving up. We're moving on up. It's definitely using more fuel though than the one that doesn't have all this crap attached to it. I guess that sort of makes sense, doesn't it? The one that doesn't have the all the crap attached to it goes further. I may have underestimated the quantity of crap that I was putting on here. Because I certainly do have a pretty fair quantity of crap on here. Okay, now we're starting to pick up. Trying to pick up the speed. Pick up the pace. Alright, we'll stick with 71 for right now. Yeah, it's empty, but I got some in the other tank. No, we're just worried about making orbit right now. If we make orbit, we can use the ion engines to change our orbit and so forth. All we're worried about right now is simply making it to orbit, which is not a foregone conclusion. Yeah, all that crap I put on there, strangely enough, weighs something and changes the performance of the vehicle. We're almost out of fuel. Okay, that will end up being a suborbital flight. However, I do have some slack in the design, which is I put in a little stage up here, but I don't actually really need it, so I can just get rid of that. Put in another one of these tanks. That should solve the problem. So what I'll do is I will restart if and when I actually get to the space station. Okay, I made some changes. I replaced my tiny little final stage with fuel tanks. Took the engine away, just added fuel tanks to this main stage. I added these small little engines to the first drop tank. I also increased the size of doubled the size of the first stage fuel tanks, so that I can try to get a little bit more range out of the jet engines. The thing is that they probably will flame out before they run out of gas. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work out. I could try just dropping them before they flame out, trying to just estimate how much intake I've got. Probably what I will do. So let's get started. Three, wait, hold on. Wait, yeah, let me bring that up. And 3, 2, 1, engine start. And liftoff. I figure as long as I have at least 10 here, I'm probably okay on the intake. Because I got twice as many intakes as I have jets. So up here you see I added some of these little tiny donut tanks to replace the weight of the final stage engine I have here. So hopefully we'll have more fuel and get further. Okay, intakes are fine. So I got over a half a tank in the main in the first stage fuel tanks. I can't see it going much further than 14,000 meters though. I got to stand by to shut down those engines and jettison. Okay. These little side engines I'm hoping will try to sort of partially compensate for the slowdown that I get after I drop the first stage. It will suck down more fuel too, of course, but hopefully we will remain on a more positive flight path. Okay. And I totally forgot to get the orbits of the station and the rocket lined up. I screwed up. Oh well. I'll just have to try to catch up. I was obsessed about getting this thing into space and wasn't worried about the fact that I'm having a rendezvous with this guy. But, oh well. A little time compression will fix that. Alright, that's good enough. I'm going to have to catch up to the station anyway. No point in getting any kind of extra altitude. I think at some point I'm going to see if I can run those jet engines until they actually burn out, so I can actually see what altitude they do burn out at. And all we have to do here is get this guy into orbit. I got ion engines on it, so I can change orbit if I need to. Alright, fuel, how are we doing? Those tanks are almost done. I'm almost to orbit. Looks like I pop out the solar panels, huh? Oh, I forgot to assign a key to extend the solar panels. I will change that on the design when I'm done with this. Okay, come on. Okay, that'll work. Okay, well I got some maneuvers to do, and I will restart when we're approaching the station. Oh, I did set a button to unfurl the solar panel, so let's do that. Wait. Whee! Oh, don't bang into each other. I don't know how it deals with that precisely. It looks like they're just clipping right through each other, no problems. So, okay, that's pretty cool looking, really. Spacecraft. 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 Okay, alrighty. Okay, there's been a few twists and turns since last we spoke. One thing is I did wind up doing a redesign because the design of the RCS ports on this wasn't too good. So I did a whole redesign. And now in fact I have a different version of this that is actually Duna capable, I believe. Actually capable of going to Duna. Please. Touch forward. I am getting a little bit of lag. I don't know if it's just I need to restart the game or what, but Definitely getting a little bit of lag. Of course, as big as this station is getting, probably that's not unexpected. Yeah, let's turn on some fan control. Then once I get this docked, I'm going to refuel it and head it up to the high altitude station. Okay. They need to create cameras here so you can set a camera on the docking port and sort of get a better idea of where you are as far as how you are lining up with the port. Okay. Starting to get a little attraction, I think. Come on, get over. Please. Which means if the no, back up. Okay, up, 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 please, up. It means if the Duna capable one winds up being as capable as I think it is, I might send it off to Duna next time. Come on. Should be getting some traction here. Alright, here we go. Manatee love puppies, here we go. Come on, manatees. Docking ports in real life don't work like that. They actually have to be pretty lined up, pretty precise. Fortunately, in the Kerbal Space program, it's not quite as fussy. No. Okay. Let's transfer over some fuel. I think I'm full up on xenon. I think I've used any xenon. Yep, I'm full up on xenon. I'll go ahead and top off my monopropellant tank. If I can remember where I put it. Here it is. Okay. Alright, so now we have full tanks, and we are capable of heading on off to the high altitude station, and also probably we could actually send that to other parts. We could probably send it all the way to the moon if we wanted to. It's got landing legs, so we could actually probably go to the moon and back. Right now, all we're going to worry about is getting it to the high altitude station. Gusrick is looking pretty panic-stricken. He's not a happy guy. Extend panels. Thank you very much. Okay. We still have a ton of fuel left in our robotic fuel carrier. We got even more xenon fuel. Haven't used any of that. Let me check and see how much I've recorded. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call this episode quits, because even though you haven't seen all the things that I've been doing, I've actually been at this for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Next time we send this to the high altitude station, and maybe send the new variant to Duna, which I will go ahead and show you what that one looks like. Let's go ahead and Space Center. Okay, this is the Simplex FAR 7. You see it looks overall fairly similar. One difference is it has both drogue parachutes and regular parachutes up here. Very similar otherwise. I did change out those toroidal tanks, those donut-shaped tanks, for a regular small tank up here. Otherwise not massively different. I did switch out those funky tanks that I had down here for just a plain old straight jet fuel tank. Also, I think I may have told you this, I found out how far this thing will go without flaming out from lack of air. And it will go about 3,000 meters further than what I've been taking it before. It usually, when the intake air is reading about 4, it'll flame out. So if I kick it off at about 5, it'll be okay. Because if it flames out if this is all attached, it's going to go out of control. But if I wait until it gets down to about maybe 4, that means I get about 3,000 meters more altitude than what I was getting the first time around, and also it's accelerating the whole time during that 3,000 meters. So it really makes a significant difference, pushing the intakes here to the edge. Of course, if you go over the edge, it'll be out of control and you'll wreck your spacecraft. But that shouldn't be happening, because we know what the boundary is now. We definitely don't want to hit 4 air intake before. And this is the one that I would be planning on sending to Duna. Very similar to the one that we were just using. Like I said, the main difference is there's parachutes. It's got the ion engines like the other one. It's got those tanks probably should be sufficient, and if they're not, I could always take this to the high altitude station first, refuel xenon, and then or refuel xenon and fuel, and head out to Duna. So we may be doing that next time. And let's see if there are any other new things. Any new things I've been doing on my own time that I haven't Oh, you didn't see me launch the High Altitude Research Station core. That is what this looks like. I'll bring it up. That's the thing I used to launch the High Altitude Research Station core. These ports here for probes didn't work out all that well because they're too close to everything else here. So if I had to do over again, I put them out on stocks, or I could put stocks on the probes too. That's always an option. And let's see. Anything else I got interesting going on? I do have something in the spaceplane hangar. It's a shuttle, but it doesn't. It's not very high performance. Shuttles seem to be spaceplanes seem to be even more difficult than they were before in some ways. Let's see what we got. Is it the Midget 3? Yeah, that must be it. A little space plane. It sort of just barely limps into orbit. It's not even able to get to the Interkerbin Space Station yet. It just basically gets to about 71,000 meters and quits. So, but I have been working on that a little bit. Not a whole lot. Let's see. Several failed shuttles. Okay, I guess that's all for right now. And until next time, hasta la vista.